Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Yoga Together. So it looks like a spring, but today is quite a rainy. But I wanted to talk about the sprouting. During the winter, the seed of plants are under the ground, but having that so much rain and water and the sunshine, that's come out sprouting. So spring is joyful time, seeing a lot of colors and something that are growing. So I like to share with you that it's this time of the season because we can observe what happening in the nature. So that's always I like to think of the nature and us. Well, there's a nature in us, so that's kind of goes, a long way together. So I like to share with you the quote from Thich, nhat. I often use his quote. He is a Vietnamese Zen master. Probably it has been 2 years that he passed. So he knows, well, he's known quite well for this. So it's called watering the good seeds. So at the beginning, I like to just share a little bit of short one. So all of us have the capacity to be happy. We have a seeds of compassion, understanding, love in us. We all have many good seeds of happiness and joy. So that's the quote. So today our practice is to watering the good seeds. So watering the good seeds and the rain that, watering to the earth and something growing good. Well, also weed grows. But for us that we water particular something that you really want to nurture or something that you want to really grow from you, then how can we pay attention to those good seeds and watering and nurturing? Okay, that's the practice today. All right, so let's come to a lying down to the ground. Good to see you, Cindy. And lie down to the ground. And let us bring our hands reaching over the head and pushing our heels away from the body and stretching our body. Take a big inhale. You might point your toes and stretching your fingers. And open your mouth, let it go. And let our body resting onto the ground. Let's do one more time. Take a big inhale to stretch and really lengthening our body. And open your mouth, let it go. And relax, drop our body to the ground. Like a flower bed, we are resting our body to the ground. And inside of us, there's a lot of good seeds. Compassion, love, understanding, forgiveness. And how we're gonna water the good seeds in us. All right, bringing our right knee to the chest. And hugging our knee gently towards you and finding whatever your body feels, any sensation. If you move your right knee, what happens to other parts of the body? So body is all connected. As you move your knees, other parts of the body moves too. The lower back maybe coming to the ground and maybe finding a length there. All right, and slowly let go that leg and bringing our other leg, left knee to the chest. And just observe how it feels, left knee to the chest. And slowly letting go. And the other side, right knee. So basically, we're gonna bring our knees right and left. And you can interlace your fingers and catching your calf or catching your knees. And you might move your chin towards your head if that's comfortable to you. But make sure that your neck is pretty long and front of the neck is long too. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug your both knee to the chest and head down to the mat and gently roll side to side. And crossing your right knee over the left leg and drop your knee to the right side and spread your arms wide to the side and look to your left hand and let your left arm, so take a look of the left side of the hand and make a big circle with your left hand. Slow and big circle. So as if you are opening your shoulder and increasing the range of motion around the shoulder. Okay, then slowly coming back to center. Hug your knee to the chest in the center and roll side to side again. And this time the other way, left leg goes over the right leg and dropping your knee to the left side. And spread your arm wide to the side, look to your right, and make a big circle with your right hand. So don't think too much. When we do yoga, it's a direct experience with your body. So noticing how your body feels. Okay. And slowly, let's come back to center. Hug your knee to the chest. And gently roll side to side, adjusting your lower back. And maybe feels quite equal or not equal. Just noticing. All right. Then now roll back and forth. So if you are comfortable, but if you are not comfortable rolling back and forth, just come to the side and come to the seat. And if you are rolling back and forth, massage our back. 3, and 2, and 1, and cross your ankle, hands come to the front. And let's come to tabletop and palms under your knee, elbows and knee under the hips. And spread your fingers wide. And most likely index finger or middle finger pointing straight forward and moving your hips right side and left side. And maybe when you push your hips to the left, look to your right side. Or actually the other way. Or let's see if whichever it is. So you can experiment by pushing your hips to the left and look to the left, or hips to the left and look to the right. So your head moving to the side and hips moving to the side. Don't think too much. Okay, now when you are ready, you are coming to the center and right hand to the sky and open the chest and reaching our hands and spread our chest collarbone. Then on our exhalation, lounge your back. Your right hand goes under, maybe lap your belly. Then we're gonna go again, right hand to the sky and open to the front. Then exhale, right hand, lap around your waistline and head down. Last one more time, right hand goes up and open. And then exhale, this time, right hand come under and ear, shoulder to the ground. Right side of the ear, shoulder to the ground. And we're gonna stretch. And right side of temple bone is coming to the ground and nicely pressing to your head. So it's a nice pressure point there. And left hand goes up and over the head and touch to the ground. And we stay here and make a fist with your right hand. So cutting your right fingers and squeeze. And on our exhalation, let go the tension. So we're gonna do a few more like that. Make a fist squeeze. Exhale, let it go. And make a fist. Exhale, let it go. All right, you can stay here, or you might stretch your left leg, toe down, or you might left leg go up to balance. And one more breath. Now exhalation, left knee come to the ground, left hand come close to the face. So you can press down and lift your right hand one more time to the sky and looking up. And then exhale, slowly release. The other side, left hand goes up and open our chest. And exhale, left hand come around and lap your belly and head down. And then a few more times like this. Inhaling, open our heart. Exhale, drop your head. And last one more time, inhaling. Exhale. Let's reach our left hand under, left ear, left head come to the ground. And again, finding a temple bone. So there's we tends to hold the tension there. So as if you are releasing the tension by pressing the head there down to the ground. And relax your jaw, soften your face. And right hand goes straight forward, touch to the mat. And make a fist with your left finger, squeeze in. Then exhale to let go, relax. Few more times. Make a fist squeeze. Exhale, relax. So not only your finger that you're relaxing, but your whole body, and especially your face and your jaw. Okay. So you can be here resting, or you might stretch your right leg toe down, or you might lift your right leg up to balance. Stay here one more breath. And then exhale slowly. Let's come to the ground. The right knee to the mat. Right hand come close to the face so you can lift your left hand again. And left hand to the sky. Exhale. Left hand come to the ground. And spread your fingers wide. Tuck your toes under. Gently pull your hips back and down. All right. The next inhalation, let's come onto your belly. So move yourself forward and bending your elbows and slowly control to bring your belly down to the mat and point your toes back so you can stretch your leg. And let's bring our forearm down to the mat and it's a Sphinx pose. So your elbow coming close to your chest as much as you are comfortable. And pointing your toes back. So if your lower back is kind of a pinching, not comfortable, you are opening your legs wider. And otherwise, legs closer. Then press your forearm down and lift your chest up and opening our heart. Then on our exhalation, slowly let go. Let's drop our head down to the mat and spread your arms to the side. So palm may be facing down. So spread your hands wide to the side. Palm may be facing down. It's a cold flower for me. All right. Lift our right leg up, straight up. And feeling the glute on right side. So glute is your buttock muscle. And finding the length of the right leg, and if you can lift your right hip off the ground, then on the exhalation, let it go. So right leg come to the ground. The other side, inhale, left leg straight up. Squeeze the left glute. And one more inhale. Then exhale, let it go. All right, this time right leg goes up, squeeze the glute and find, so using the back muscle. Then now bend your right knee and move your self towards your left side and maybe right toe come behind you. So if your left shoulder is not that comfortable, you can move your left hand towards the hip. And right hand goes up and over behind you and touch the right thigh, or you might be looking for your right toe. And kick into our hand. And as we are holding this pose, we are opening the front of the hip, right thigh, and finding a stretch to the hip flexor and quad. Then gradually moving your chin up towards the front of the yoga mat. Maybe left hand can also catch the same right toe. One more breath. Lift our chin up, opening our heart. All right, exhale, slowly release down on your belly. The other side. We're gonna lift our left leg straight up. Then bend your left knee and point your left toe and down to the ground. Then bring your left hand, go up to catch the left toe, or you can keep your left hand on your left hip. Then try to find the left toe, left foot. Then maybe right hand might catch the toe as well. And open the front of the hip. And notice how your head is doing. Lift your chin up and open the front of the throat and the chest and looking maybe forward. Forward means the front of the yoga mat. Last breath. And on our exhalation, let's release. Come onto your belly again, please. And bring our hands by your side. Open your fingers wide. And then you might tuck your toes under and lift yourself. Knee down, child pose or plank pose. Then downward facing dog. Okay, this is the first downward facing dog. If there's too much to your wrist, you can bring your elbows down or you can catch the block under your palms. And let's shaking our head side to side to relax, soften. And bending your knees right side and left side. And then gradually, we're gonna walk our feet to the front. All right, let's catch our elbows and gently swing side to side. So again, Thich Nhat Hanh's, how he was writing about this watering the seed, good seeds, that we look for happiness somewhere else outside. So we are running away from ourselves by means of our eyes are going outside to look for the joy and happiness. However, we already have that good seed to make us happy inside. Already we have that. So to recognize that seed is already inside, just what we need to do is to nurture and watering that good seeds. All right, gradually lower ourselves up to standing. So Buddhist point of view that compassion is the jewel. Jewel is, something that can shine inside of us. It's a compassion, that the compassion is bring the goodness to ourselves and also others. All right, so feet is apart. Then we're gonna do breath of joy. Breath of joy goes like this. So make yourself quite steady and keep our knees soft. Then inhale to reach your hands to the front. Then exhale to drop it. Inhale forward. And next exhalation, we open our mouth and say ha and drop down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Go on your own pace. Yeah, let go that tension when you say ha. Rhythmically. 2 more times. Last one. And slowly release. Okay, feet is apart. Then we're gonna swing our hands. Then our hands wrap around your waistline and we tap our body wherever hands land. Maybe lower back, maybe lower belly, maybe shoulder. So you decide where you want to pay attention. And we exhale, exhale to twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, gradually back to center. Hope warm up our body. All right, so let's come to the standing position in front of you. Then I would have the both right and left side, front and feet is together, grounding. Yeah, something sprouting is like hyacinth or daffodil or a tulip is, every year this time it just comes out, right? Those bulb, it's always stay in the ground. Then during the summertime or winter time, there's nothing, but this time of the season, it comes up. It's something really joyful. Something like that, it's just good seed is always there inside of us, even we don't realize. Okay, let's start. Palms together to the heart. And together, big inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Palms together, we gaze up. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees. So if you have a tightness to the lower back, you might bring your hands on your lap and gently sliding your hands down towards your ankle. Then inhale, halfway left. So keep your hands connected to your body so it's easier for our lower back or hamstring. Then exhale to step back. You can bring your knee down to the mat to tabletop or you can come to plank pose. Then inhale, lengthening our spine. Then on our exhalation, bend your elbow to chaturanga and belly to the ground. Inhale, point your toes and upward facing dog or cobra. Then exhale, child pose or downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. And stretch our hands to the front. So if you are downward facing dog, pressing the ground. And then together, big inhaling. Open your mouth, exhale. One more time. Take a big inhale, relax your head, and open your mouth, let go. The next inhalation, let's bring our right foot up, then step between our hands. So it's a big stance. If that the right foot doesn't move, use your hands to move your foot forward. Then we're gonna pivot and walk your hands to the longer side of the mat and toes point out and bend your left knee and bend your right knee. So we are moving our hips side to side. Just I'm changing to face to the mirror, of screen. So you can go all the way down if you like to stretch that way, but you might stay just halfway. So just finding our body, how it feels. So that's always I say, but that's what our yoga practice is. So moving our body to discover how my body feels today. Okay. Then when you are ready, we look to the front of the yoga mat. So we are coming back to the front of the yoga mat. You might have the block by your side and bring our left knee down to the ground. Just I need to change it. Left knee down to the ground. Then inhale, hands reach up to the sky, or you can hold on to the block. Hold on to the block, or hands reach up to the sky. And then on our exhalation, bring your hands down to the mat or to the block and stretch your leg and bend forward and pick up your front toe up. If this is too much, you can bring your left knee to the ground and pull your hips back, tuck our navel and find the length to the lower back. One more breath. Then plant your foot down to the ground. Then left hand to the yoga mat or to the block. Right hand goes back and make a big circle. And one more. Then we change the direction of the circle. If you like, you can pick up your left knee up. Excellent. Then slowly release our hands down to the mat. One more time, we're going to walk our hands to the longer side of the mat. So this time you can use the block. You can bring the block with you. And resting your forehead onto the block and bend forward. Or, there's so many different ways. You can catch the outer edge of your feet and bend forward. Or you can reach your hands forward, bend forward, or between your hands. So there's so many ways to practice. So just experiment how, where you can benefit. Where shall we place the hands so that it's beneficial for you? And relax your head. We are finding the length of the spine by tucking your navel towards the spine and lift your sacrum or tailbone high and find the strong leg. Last one more breath. Then as you inhale, lengthening our spine. Then on our exhalation, we're going to walk our hands back to the front again. Front of the yoga mat. And with the block too. And point your right toe front and look forward. Inhale. Then on our exhalation, if this is available, we're going to plant our palms. Right leg goes straight up to the sky. Then exhale, right foot come to the ground. It's downward facing dog. The next inhalation, we do switching to the other side. Left leg up. Then exhale to step between our hands. And if your foot doesn't come forward, use your hands to just move your left foot wide. Front and wide stance. So you might use a block here. Bend your left knee lower and right knee come to the ground. Keep your hands on the block or hands reach up to the sky and opening the front of the body. If this is available, gradually moving your pelvis forward and see how the right hip joint opens. Then on our exhalation, hands come to the block. You can keep your right knee down and gradually straighten your front leg, or you might both legs straight and bend forward. So either way, we are bending forward to find the length of the back of the body. And shoulder soften, elbow soften, and find the length to the back of the head. Last breath. Then bend your knee again. Right hand onto the block or to the floor. Left hand goes back and up and over the head and making the circle with your left hand. So you can keep your right knee down or you can lift your right knee. Both directions. So change the direction to the circle and release our hands down. All right, walk your hands to the longer side of the mat. Point your toes out and bending your right knee, then left knee. So again, we are moving side to side. So if you like, you go quite deeply or you can do shallow. You can hold on to the block. Okay. Then we're gonna face one more time to the front. So your left toe pointing forward, then lower your hip, then right knee down. All right, what did I do? The last one. Well, that's okay. All right, then look forward, inhale, and moving our hips forward. If you like, you might reach your hands to the sky. And then on our exhalation, release our hands. Again, walk your hands to the longer side of the mat. So drop your right heel to the mat. So this time, you might have a block here and right hand to the sky, left hand down. So we're going to twist. Then gazing up to the right hand. Then you might bring your right hand behind you, touch to the lower back, or wrap your hand around your waistline and catch the left hand. Then walk your hands to your right foot. So left hand, walk to the right foot, or use the block towards the right foot. Doesn't need to be all the way to the right foot or right foot. Relax your head. Twist. All right. Then slowly, let's release the other side. So now, right hand down, left hand to the sky, and we twist. Then bring your left hand, touch to the lower back, or wrap your left hand around to catch the right side. Then move your hands to the left foot or close to the left foot. And relax your head. Last breath. Then exhale, slowly let go, release. All right, walk your hands to the front of the yoga mat again. Bring your hands down to the mat. We're gonna send our left leg straight up, then release to the ground. You might be in downward facing dog or child pose. Take a big inhale together. Relax your head. Open your mouth and let it go. One more time. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. And let's bring our knee down to the mat. Put your hips back to child pose. So you might open your knees wide and so your torso can rest inside of the knees. So you have a more space to your belly. All right. Then bring the block to the front of you, right side and left side. Then bring your elbows onto the block and palms together. And then keep your hips a little bit higher and drop your head around your back and bring your hands behind your head, maybe thumb behind. So this way to open our shoulders. So if you are comfortable moving your elbows away and open the armpit, drop our head, One more breath. Then slowly let's release. Let it go and coming up. Bring our palms onto the block. Then tuck our toes under. Lift your hips up. Then gradually we're gonna walk our feet to the front. And feet can be parallel, hip distance apart, soften your knees. And let's round our back and slowly. So if you don't have a block, well, if you have a block, catch the block and we rise up. Okay, so let's have the block on your palm. So if you don't have a block, it's just a pretend you might have the block. So the block is kind of balancing on your palm. Okay, so feet can be parallel and just be steady. Then bring your elbows maybe touching to your body and pointing your fingers. So pointing your fingers to the front of you. So that block is a shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna move the block to the side. So fingertips are gradually pointing to the side. Okay. So now we're gonna do opposite. So now bringing your block towards the body. So elbows are pointing out. Okay. Now you might lounge your back to leg through the block inside of the belly. Then you are moving your hands to the back. Then if you can, just keeping that block and keeping that spine nice and long. Ooh. Okay, reversing. So point your elbows outward. We are going the block to through your belly forward. You need to round your back. Then bring it to the front of you. Then reaching the hands to the forward. So this is a great one to the shoulder. One more time, let's do. So this is a kind of a flossing the shoulder. Okay, bringing your elbow closer. So let the block to go through your side. You might lounge your back, so point your elbows out and forward. Then hands goes back to reaching your hands back. Then we're gonna reverse that movement. So bend your elbows and elbow goes out, then block coming through the waistline and through and forward. Then now rise and stretch your leg and reaching your hands to the front. Okay, excellent. That's it for today. But this is a really interesting movement that you can practice anytime for the shoulder opening. Okay, that's great. Let go the block. Then we're gonna stand here, feet apart, and bring our hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Then pull our hands back and bringing our shoulder blade closer, lift our chest up and opening. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees and bend forward. Inhale, knuckles up. Then on our exhalation, drop your hands down to the mat. And then inhale, slowly lower yourself up to standing. So if your lower back is tender, you keep your hands on your leg and just go slowly. Okay, one more time. Interlace your fingers and pull your hands back. And opening our chest. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees, bend forward. Inhale, knuckles up. Then exhale, let go, your hands down. Then inhale, lower yourself up to standing. Okay, so let's slowly coming to the ground and sitting down to the mat. So you can do the challenge of first kind of a left toe coming behind you, gradually bending your right knee and bringing your left knee down to the mat. And then sit down. However it works for you. All right, so shake your legs in front of you. Toes go out, 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 in, out, in. Now you might bend your knees to tap, 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 tap. Just relax the leg and kind of creating the vibration. So your joints and the muscle and whole leg just jiggle and moves. Hands behind you. Open your fingers wide. Then bend your elbow towards back and gathering the shoulder blade closer. That helps to lift your chest up. And maybe looking up. Then zip your legs together to point your toes away from the head. And lift our chin. So just you can be here. So this is option 1. Option 2, you might come to lift your hips up to tabletop. So bending your knees, pick up our hips high. Or you can do reverse plank pose, which is stretch your leg and lift your hips. And stay here. One more breath. Then exhale, slowly release down to the ground. Bend your knees and belly to your thigh and bend forward. You can catch the leg any place. So hold on to any parts of the leg. Pick up your toes. So if you can, catch the big toes, or you can use the belt. So your toes are pointing upward. Then walk your sits bone right and left and gradually going back to straighten the back of the leg. You don't need to completely straighten your leg, but I want you to feel the lower back opens. Then feel the glute, the hamstring opens. You can drop your head and relax. And one more breath. And then exhale, slowly rising up. Bend your right knee, please, and right foot come inside of the thigh. So your left leg is a straight forward. So it's like a little bit the 90-degree angle with your legs. Then inhale, hands reach up to the sky, Janushasana. Then exhale, bend forward. All right. So let's do this way. So if you can bring your right foot, the toes under your left thigh and kind of pressing the left thigh is pressing your right foot. Does that make sense? So this parts of the foot come under the left thigh. Then as if your right toe is wiggle to massage the hamstring of your left thigh. Or the other way, left thigh is pressing the right foot, kind of a massages. Then inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Then on our exhalation, bring your hands to the left leg. And we want to slide your left hand, hands on your left leg and bending forward if that's available. If this is too much, you can bend your left knee. And exhale to let it go, relax, sinking. One more time, inhale. Exhale to let it go, sinking. Then slowly, let's rise up. And switch to the other side. So your right leg goes straight forward and left foot come inside of the right leg, but this front toe part, front foot part, like the toes and the bottom of the foot come under your right thigh. So that's kind of interesting. So if you press the right thigh down, giving some pressure to your left toes, and nicely get the massage, and you can wiggle your toes to massage the right hamstring. Then take a big inhale to reach our hands to the sky. Then on our exhalation, bring your hands onto your right leg, outside and inside. Then you slide your hands to bend forward. You might bend your right knee slightly. One more breath. And inhaling, let's rise. And bend your both knee, please, and place your feet together. I am going to face to the longer side of the mat, and if you like to do that way, please do. And let's open our toes wide. So it's always say the open book. So your big toe is out, and little toe side is together, but the big toe side is open. And also you can use your hands to kind of massage the foot arch, or warming up, massaging. And you can also shifting your weight side to side to feel the hips opens. Then also feeling your glute or the buttock gets massaged on the ground. And then inhaling to lift your chest up. Now on our exhalation, bend forward. So you can just dropping your head or keeping the spine long and bend forward. That's give pressure to the hip joint. If you like to open the hip joint, that's what you probably like to do. Or you can do another way that just you can lounge your back and dropping your head and feeling the spine, the back of the spine, back of the body can open. One last breath. Inhale, let's rise. Okay, so now bring the block in front of you, just one is enough, and open your legs wide. So doesn't need to be wide, but I want you to pay attention to your pelvis or spine. So we want to keep our pelvis nice and long. So if you go like that, you want to have your legs closer, then bringing your sits bone down to the mat. So wherever the position of the leg is, where you can bring the sits bone down and keeping the pelvis upright. Okay, and inhale, lengthening our spine. Then on our exhalation, you might just keeping your hands in front of you. That's giving the enough already pressure to your hip joint. Just be there. Or if you like to move your hands more forward and bending forward, if that's more benefits you, just go for it. But don't drop your toes in. So keeping your toes up. So we are feeling a nice stretch to the inside of the leg. So inner thigh, inner groin stretches. One more breath. So we did a standing same pose, wide leg, bending forward pose. So our hips can be a little more open. All right, and then slowly we're gonna rise up and bring our legs together. So you might have the yoga mat this way, so you have a space behind you. So we're gonna lie down to the ground, have the belt. So if you have a belt, make it the loop. So we're gonna do the hammock pose. So if you don't have a belt, it's okay. And if you have a belt and a looping, now when you are ready, lie down to the ground. Then place the belt onto your right big toe, ball of the foot, right foot. Then the head come behind your head. Then we let go the arms, just resting in a hammock pose, and resting here, and finding a length to the back of the neck. And finding the length to the back of your right thigh. And let your left leg heavy and let it drop down to the ground. That's help you to stretch the left hip joint. You might feel it. Left hip joint or inner groin might be feeling some stretch. Last breath. Now on our exhalation, hold the belt with both hands and let your head come out, but keep your belt on your right foot. And make sure your head come comfortably to the ground and shoulder relax. And let's move our right leg outward and open to the side. So our focus is to open the inside of the leg, even left leg, open inside of the leg. Then slowly bending your right knee and move your right leg to the left side. So you can either use the belt or you can let go the belt. And move your right leg to the left and we twist. So right hand goes to the side, right side, and right leg goes opposite direction and stretch between. And if you like to add one more thing, bend your left knee, catch the left toe with your right hand, and moving your left heel towards your left hip. Last breath. And slowly release. The other side, so the belt comes onto your left foot and a head connecting to the belt. And resting on this moment. And let your right leg coming heavy to the ground. That helps to open the hip joint. And let your head heavy and pulling your left leg. And relax your shoulder, soften. Relax your head, resting. All right. And then hold the belt with both hands and let your head come out and the head come to the ground and comfortable. And relax the head, shoulder, and opening your left leg to the side. So inside of the thigh to stretch. And then slowly we're gonna bring the leg to the center and left leg to the right. You can let go the belt or you can bend your left knee to catch the left knee or left foot. And left hand goes opposite direction. So we stretch between the left hand and left leg. And especially feel into the lower back. And if you like, you might bend your right knee to catch the right toe with your left hand. Let's give you the hip flexor to stretch. And slowly, let's release. So hope the block is close by. Pick up our hips and rest your hips onto the block and legs go straight up, 90 degrees. Look to your toes and let the toes wiggle to open the space between the toes. And as if you are opening the toes and pressing up to the sky. and zip your legs together. So it's still core work. So you can be here, or you might bring your legs over the head. You might be off the block and toes go over the head. But if that doesn't happen, just so you are resting onto the block and legs go straight up. One more breath. Now exhale. Slowly, let's release. Bend your knees, feet to the ground. You might just stay here as the supported bridge pose, or you can change to the higher second height of the block. So hips are high and resting your hips down. So actually the block is massaging your sacrum or glute. So you can change the placement of the block. So if you can find place that really good to you. Finding a good place. And if you like, you might straighten one leg. It's a stretching of a hip flexor or front of the hip. But if that's too much to your lower back, you can just take it easy and doesn't need to do it. All right. The next inhalation, reach our hands over the head and pick up our heels off the ground. And if you can, lift your hip away from the block. Now on our exhalation, you are lifting your hips, just let go the block. Well, everybody release the block underneath, then slowly, gently coming to the ground. Happy baby, open your legs wide and you can catch the feet side to side and moving side to side. Relax the toes, relax your ankles. All right, cross your leg light over the left side and drop your knee to one side. You can decide the left or right, releasing the lower back. Then the other side, cross your left leg over the right, dropping your knee to one side. You can experiment which side you like to twist. Now when you are ready, come into Shavasana, last pose for this practice. Close your eyes, resting. Relax your whole body. I like to share the Thich Nhat hands again. When the time comes, suddenly you find the seeds of understanding, wisdom, and love in you sprout. You have to believe that the seed of peace, the seed of joy, the seed of happiness are already in you. It's not outside of you. Gently bringing our awareness to your fingers and toes, inviting a small movement, and feeling our body and appreciating the body as it is, and moving like this today. Let's reach our hands over the head and stretch from toes to fingertips. Together, big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body, mind, and heart, what we have today. And gently roll onto one side. And gradually, let's come up to a comfortable seated position. Together, inhale. Hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Gesture of gratitude. Gratitude to this moment, space, community to practice yoga together. Let us hold gratitude with us and continue our life. Thank you very much for letting me guide us through your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Mary Jane.